Carried interest is a financial term that often raises questions, especially when it becomes part of your compensation or estate planning strategy. So what is it? When is it typically gifted? And why does timing matter so much in valuing it? I'm Ross with PCE Investment Bankers, and in this video, I'll break down the basics of carried interest so you as a fund employee can make informed decisions when you're negotiating your compensation or planning your estate. So what is carried interest? Carried interest, or carry for short, is the performance-based fee that a fund manager earns for outperforming benchmarks like the S&P 500 or an internal rate of return. It's designed to align the fund manager's interest with those of investors, rewarding overperformance over time. Carry is typically granted once a fund meets defined performance hurdles and is often negotiated as part of an employee's compensation on top of the base salary. This makes it an important financial consideration both professionally and in long-term planning. So when is carry typically gifted? Carry is often gifted early, in the beginning of a fund's creation. This is because it's a junior claim on future cash flows and only gets paid after everybody else. That makes it risky in the beginning of a fund's life before successful investments have been made. This gives it the benefit of both a longer discounting period and an increased discount rate due to the increased risk, thereby lowering its value when gifting it for estate planning purposes. This has the effect of decreasing the gift tax you would pay if you otherwise waited until fund distribution. The earlier it's gifted, the greater the discount and the longer the discounting period, which can create significant estate planning advantages. What is the vertical slice? So the vertical slice refers to how IRS Rule 2701 requires you to gift a proportional share of your general partnership capital contribution. The capital contribution is the amount which the fund manager co-invests with the investors. This is treated more like a traditional investor stake when compared to the gifted carry. Unlike carry, this capital has priority in payouts, so it carries less risk and is valued differently. For valuation purposes, the GP's capital contribution and the carried interest are separated. Each is discounted at a different rate to reflect their distinct risk profiles. Typically, both are gifted together due to Rule 2701. So what if you're unsure what to do with your carry? If you're an employee who has negotiated a share of carried interest as part of your compensation, you might not be sure how to proceed. It's important to talk with your estate attorney and financial advisor about how your carried interest plays into your long-term estate planning goals. If you need referrals to either of these professionals or have a piece of carried interest that needs to be valued, we can help. So can you gift just the performance fee? Under current tax law, you can't gift just the performance fee, which reflects the carry. You must also do a proportional gift of the capital contribution / co-invest. However, some estate attorneys structure trusts to purchase options that mimic carry payouts. These strategies haven't yet been tested in court, so they come with legal uncertainty. If you're exploring this route, make sure you're working with an experienced estate attorney who understands these complex derivatives. Once again, we're able to make a referral if you are not sure who to turn to. So how does timing impact value? The question everyone loves to ask is how much less is carry worth if you gift it early? And the answer is potentially a lot. If carry is discounted back 10 years with no guarantees of payout, its present value would be a fraction of the expected forecasted cash flows due to the higher risk and long-dated discounting period. Contrast that with carry that's already been earned and is about to be paid out. The discount rate would reflect a low risk and a shorter discounting period, so it would be worth close to the gross value of the cash flows. How do you vet an appraiser? So not all appraisers are qualified to value carried interest, so it's important to vet their experience. Here's some examples of what I would ask a potential appraiser. Do they understand a deal-by-deal versus European-style fund? Can they explain how they adjust a fund's discount rate to reflect carry-specific risks? Have they used option pricing models or Monte Carlo simulations in valuations before? Carried interest valuation is a specialized area with potentially millions or hundreds of millions of dollars in tax savings if done correctly. Make sure you work with someone who knows it well. Other applications beyond estate planning. Carried interest isn't limited to gift and estate work. It has a niche in the financial reporting world too, especially for funds of funds. GP interests often include a carry component that must be valued for accounting purposes. So if you're an investor in other fund managers, then you may need a carried interest appraiser. An appraiser that values your interest for gift and estate purposes should be able to do the financial reporting work as well, and often vice versa. So where do you go from here? To dive deeper into this topic, check the links in the description, where I've included articles on carried interest and guides to help you model different strategies. And if you're navigating gifting decisions, exploring options-based solutions, or need a valuation, talk to a professional like our team here at PCE.